from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
First down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Jackson. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Eluding the pressure right. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Flushed out right. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. He'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
First and goal from the 3. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 31, Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number 1.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Murray a give. This is counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Flips this forward on a jet sweep. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Prater's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Isaiah Simmons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he's got Mason complete.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, He's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Murray caught by the tight end Ertz. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A give running right is counter. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Prescott. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Here's Jackson to return. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Here's Prescott. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
A first down throw for Prescott. His throw incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
To throw again on second down. Prescott, he's going to look deep down the field, and that is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on second down, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there just before halftime. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third, here's an option play right. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 41.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action. Now it's Murray. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. They'll set up the screen to Howard. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. The first down screen pass, good for 5. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down at 5. From the gun, a give to Connor. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cards are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will make the lead now 26. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Prescott on first down. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Again, it's Connor. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Oh, Prescott stripped. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the left.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 8. Now Prescott. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Cardinals, they get a critical 10th win on the year with 1 game left to go. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.